Well, Dan, congratulations. What a great way to start racing here at Brands Hatch. Are we allowed to call that a light to flag victory?
I think it is. Of those that took part. It was a great race. A race that I tend to excel at and like. I think once I'm out front, over my career, I'm pretty hard to beat. Really, I don't make many mistakes, and I can control the pace and bring it home, which is what we did. We were quick enough to hang on when we had to, even without the boost. They had a bit of the guys behind had a bit more, but they could only really keep up when they used it. If they didn't, we had enough to sort of stretch the gap, which meant I didn't have to use it, right until the end, and then obviously, quite a nice win. It was a shame to see De Leon pull off. Obviously, it helped me, but no one wants to see that. I don't know what issue he's got. Obviously, something that stopped him taking the start. And then I heard that Hill was out as well, which helped me out. But we know how fast that car is with him in it. He's going to try and come back through this afternoon, and we've still got a job on to try and sneak third. And ultimately, the team's manufacturers, it ain't over till it's over. So that was a nice start to the day, but we've got two more to bring it home.
Sometimes the stars align, and other times you end up not having a decent racing weekend. The stars just aligned at that time.
Yeah, and I've been on the receiving end of it. I think I said on the TV broadcast, it's when I heard about Hill's puncture, it's a shame, but I've suffered my fair share of punctures in racing cars, especially around here. So I was very conscious of that when I was driving around. The second I started to feel any vibration at all, I was thinking, just please hold together, because I know how sometimes it doesn't take much sometimes to turn your good weekend into a bad one. So no, thankfully this time it was good, and the stars did align, and we got it over the line.
Yeah, and a nice feeling for you to be on the top step of the podium. You're smiling, which is always good to see.
Yeah, I don't think we've been on the top step as much as maybe what we could have been this year. It was here a few months ago, obviously, that I turned the engine off, probably when I was about to win. Actually, allowed De Leon to win that day, and I dare say that on another day, had I not done that, I probably would have won that race. I had a tyre advantage and a very fast car at that time, so it's amazing what goes around comes around. But so we could have had 4 or 5 this year. Just over the summer, as I spent a lot of time finishing second to Tom Ingram, and at that time, no one could beat Tom Ingram. So I think we've done better than what the stats suggest. But I'm glad to get a third win. That's my 10th podium as well, which is 1 in 3 strike rate is not not bad in this series. So it's been a strong year. Just got to finish it off now, and then we can come back and hopefully go even better next time.
Just finally, a better hold on P3 as well.
A better hold, yeah, but far from unsurmountable. I know more than most that it ain't over till it's over. So we start in a good place next. From pole on the medium, which means there's going to be some soft runners that are going to want to come through. But I think we'll have good pace, and I'm confident that I can keep it in the top 7 or 8, and that might just be enough to see it home. So big race next one, but we'll give it its best.